Hey everyone, welcome back. Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 26th day of May 2023, I'm going to take you over to JM Bullion so we can look at those live spot prices, the availability on the 23 American Eagles, and the premiums for those American Eagles. But before that, huge shout out and a big thank you to all of our channel members. Really appreciate all y'all. Now, it looks like gold is up 11.85 to 1964.59. Silver up 38 cents to 23.33. Platinum up 6.25 to 10.46.67. And palladium up $10 even Steven to 14.85.50. You're looking at an in-stock American Silver Eagle with a payment of 45.02 less the ask price. You're looking at $21.69. And will that premium go lower? I can't say. But what I can say is that the United States Mint, it appears, has capped their sales for the American Silver Eagles. I think that's a travesty because I think Americans need these American Silver Eagles more than ever right now. And the premiums on them, well, they are basically prohibiting Americans from obtaining those. And it's kind of sad. So this is CoinWorld, all right, .com. This is by Paul Gilks, dated May 25. That was just yesterday, folks. Title of this article is U.S. Mint resumes quarter public launch ceremonies. Okay, here we go. And if you thought that we were already doing these through the United States Mint, well, I was mistaken. I thought the Mint was doing this all along, and we'll straighten that out right here. There it is. That's the next quarter that's going to be coming out. That's the Eleanor Roosevelt quarter. That's a Universal Declaration of Human Rights. There we go. Got the scales there of justice, the globe there. So that's pretty cool. Now, it says here a $250 launch ceremony by the first U.S. Mint since early 2020 will be held June 8 in Hyde Park, New York for the Eleanor Roosevelt $250. Okay, here we go. The U.S. Mint is resuming official quarter launch ceremonies after more than a 3-year moratorium because of COVID-19 restrictions. The Bureau will stage a $250 release ceremony beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, June 8, at the Culinary Institute of America Marriott Pavilion Ecolab Auditorium in Hyde Park, New York for the 2023 American Women Eleanor Roosevelt $250. All right, I don't know why it's at the Culinary Institute of America, but I mean, who doesn't like to eat, right? The Roosevelt $250 was to be released into general circulation through the Federal Reserve on January 5. I don't know why they have a was. For the June 8th ceremony, the U.S. Mint will distribute free to those in attendance circulation quality examples of those 2023 Philadelphia struck coins. All right, there you go. According to the U.S. Mint spokesperson Michael White, the event is open to the public, but there'll be no bank-sponsored coin exchange. Yikes, well, that's too bad. Imagine there probably could be or should be, okay, but you never know. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Now, it says here, every attendee will receive one Eleanor Roosevelt quarter in a U.S. Mint coin board. And those coin boards are actually fantastic. Really dig those. And you can get them online for free if you haven't before yet. And I might leave a link in the description for that particular link for that item. All right. Now, since your previous coin launch ceremonies before the events were suspended because of COVID-19 restrictions, and they included a roll exchange where cash can be exchanged for 40 coin rolls of the new coins from the sponsoring bank. Yeah, none of that going on this time. Release of the 2020 National Park American Samoa $250 was the occasion for the last public $250 release ceremony before the COVID-19 suspension. A ceremony scheduled April 7, 2020 for the Weir Farm National Historic Site $250 in the American Beautiful Quarter program and the Collector Forum the evening before were both canceled when the Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont's executive order banned all gatherings of more than 250 people pursuant to coronavirus pandemic concerns. Now, about Roosevelt. It says here, and this might talk about why it's at the Culinary Institute. The Mint's narrative for the coin establishes Roosevelt's background and contributions. The Eleanor Roosevelt quarter is the 8th coin in the American Women Quarters program. 8th already. Can you believe we're almost halfway done this year? Eleanor Roosevelt was the first lady, author, civil liberties advocate, chairperson of the United States Human Rights Commission. She was instrumental in the passage of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. She was born October 11, 1884 in New York City to a politically prominent family. Her father was the younger brother of Theodore Roosevelt. In 1905, she married her distant cousin, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. After her husband was stricken with polio in 1921, Eleanor Roosevelt became increasingly active in politics. She promoted women's political engagement, playing a leadership role in several organizations, including the League of Women Voters and the Women's Trade Union League. Her activities were extensively covered in the media in the 1920s, making her publicly recognizable. Now, it says here she grew to more importance after her husband became president of the United States. She became most politically active and influential first lady in history, using the position to advance many of her progressive and egalitarian, oh my gosh, I said that wrong, Her goals. She traveled to the nation extensively, visiting relief projects, surveying working and living conditions, and reporting to the president on her observations. All right. After President Roosevelt's death in 1945, Eleanor Roosevelt continued her public life. President Truman appointed her to the United Nations. She served as a chair of the Human Rights Commission. She worked tirelessly to draft the Universal Declaration of Human Rights adopted by the UN General Assembly on December 10, 1948. Eleanor Roosevelt died November 7, 1962, and is buried alongside her husband in the estate at Hyde Park, New York. The Mint's narrative for the coin concludes. Okay, there you go. And yeah, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, that's amazing. And yeah, do you think she'd be happy or sad at the human rights of this country now? I don't even know, but let's just keep on keeping on. Now, you probably thought to yourself, well, hasn't the Mint been doing these drops all along? Well, yeah, kind of, but I'll show you here that in a second. But this is from the dailyfreeman.com. Eleanor Roosevelt Quarter to launch with ceremony in Hyde Park. I think this gives a little bit more breakdown, and this is published May 25th by Daily Freedman. All right, it says ceremony launching the new quarter honoring Eleanor Roosevelt will take place at the Culinary Institute of America's Ecolab Auditorium during a special ceremony on Thursday, June 8th at 10 a.m. All right. The quarter, part of the U.S. Mint's American Women Quarters program, celebrates Roosevelt's life and legacy as First Lady, civil liberties advocate, and chairperson of the United Nations Human Rights Commission National Park Service, officials said in a press release. Now, this is where the meat and potatoes are. See, the culinary food. See what I did there? The event co-sponsored by the Culinary Institute of America, the U.S. Mint, the National Park Service, the Franklin D. Roosevelt Presidential Library and Museum, and the Roosevelt family include a panel discussion on Eleanor Roosevelt, a presentation by the U.S. Mint, and an official launch of the quarter. It says we're excited to bring the celebration to Hyde Park and launch the Eleanor Roosevelt Quarter to the rest of the nation, National Park Service Superintendent Amy Bracewell said in a prepared statement. We are proud to be part of this event and encourage everyone in the community to come and celebrate with us. Okay, that's huge. That's a big deal. All right. Now, like I said, you probably said that we've already done these. The Mint's been doing this all along. Well, yes and no. Okay. This is from Paul Gilks, December 2nd, 2022. Title of this article is Mint Helps in California Launch of Final 2022 Quarter. Helps, assists, became a part of. Here we go. I love that quarter. It's amazing. Let's go down here. Public events. Here we go. On November 4th, the U.S. Mint joined the National Women's History Museum and the Smithsonian's American History Initiative at Paramount Pictures in Hollywood, where Anna May Wong starred in many movies. Okay. U.S. Mint Director Venture C. Gibson addressed the audience and participated in a panel discussion that also included the film producer Nina Bon Jovi and representatives from the Smithsonian and the National Women's History Museum and Anna May Wong and Anna May Wong's niece. Okay, that was not sponsored by the United States Mint. It was sponsored by the National Women's History Museum and the Smithsonian's American Women History Initiative. And here are more receipts if you don't know. Inside the Mint, we Hoʻokupu, I don't even know, I probably said that wrong. Hoʻokupu, we pay tribute. All right, this is from Coin Update, May 23rd, 2023, just a few days ago. All right, here we go. Now it says here the U.S. Mint traveled to the Aloha State to celebrate Ida Kanakaʻole Quarter. During the two events in Hilo, she had two events, Hilo, Hawaii on May 5 and 6, and the Edith Kanakaʻole Quarter is the second release of 2023 and the seventh coin overall in the American Women Quarters program. Now, here you go. Both events were made possible thanks to the work of our partners, Edith Kanakaʻole Foundation, University of Hawaii at Hilo, Hawaii Community College, and here we go, look at that again, that's Smithsonian American Women's History Museum. So it really looks like the Smithsonian American Women's History Museum is the one organization that is consistent throughout that's been helping these organizations honor these American Women Quarter program in the Mint's hiatus. So there you go. Now off to the plus ones today. Here you go, folks. Bam! This is Proverbs 24:10. Yes, if you are weak in another's day of affliction, your strength will become limited. Yeah, here we go. So a lot of people need help right now. A lot of people may ask for your help, and you may or may not give it to them. That's up to you. It's free will. Whatever you got, it's your choice. But here's the thing. I think something happens if we don't assist people in their time of need. It says, well, basically, I think what this means is if you neglect helping others in their time of need, you too will grow weak to help yourself, thereby cursing yourself. You don't want to do that. That's kind of lame. Anyway, let's go to 99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. And this maybe is a Memorial Day song, but this is Fortune Song by CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival. And don't look it up, but I want you to guess where this band is from. Take a guess. Don't look it up. No. Just take a guess. All right. So CCR, Fortunate Son with lyrics. Hope you dig it. I know I do. So there it is, folks. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, almost tongue-tied and twisted myself, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Stacker out. Have a good weekend, all.